Hey guys, Mal the Train Tutor here, back with another vlog on this Kickstarter adventure of mine. Vlog number 3, the week after launch. Now, we had the warm-up week going over to Beasts of War. We had the launch week with the very emotional launch party, launch and funding party. And then, we rolled into this week. And with these vlogs, what I've been planning to do is document it each day. And that's what I've been doing. And then I came to actually edit the footage up. And this entire week has just been me rambling and bumbling and in various states of just unshaven and hair all over the place and in my pyjamas half the time. Other than bare functionality family-wise and a little bit of getting into the studio, I pretty much just sat here. Yeah? If you'd have played the vlog in fast forward, you'd have just seen me in this position with my clothes just randomly changing. It's been interesting, to be truthful. Now, I thought what I'd do is just go over what it's like to launch a Kickstarter. Yeah, one that funds so quickly. Yeah, going in a lot of doubts, as you know, and you guys pulled it together for me, and thank you for that. I suppose actually, if we're talking about the Kickstarter, remember the link's down below if you'd like to support it, if you'd like to get a really good terrain book. I should get better at that sort of stuff, shouldn't I? But the link's down below, guys. Yeah, but I thought, the week before, lot of doubt, fund, amazing, and then I sort of went into this sort of numb shock, yeah, not quite believing it, okay, and then you sort of get into I'm in this weird position, yeah, because when we started this project, me and Dave, yeah, we agreed that we'd look at funding at the terrain essentials, what I consider the major essentials, and then we were looking to expand it up. Now it's funded and it's happening, all I'm thinking is, what's going to get left out? Do you know what I mean? Because, the final book was, I planned it all out, for the whole 176 pages. And I'm sitting there like, what if we don't get that section? Could I move that sort of stuff? And it's a whole new set of doubts. Even though you're funded, it's like, right, what will I end up with? Yeah? And I don't want you to take that the wrong way, you know what I mean? I'm incredibly grateful that I funded, but I never thought I'd be in this position, I thought I might fund and get 8 or 16 more pages if I was lucky. Yeah, and that was when I was feeling confident about funding. Yeah, and now it's like, oh, what happens if we got all the way, but not the last sort of update or something like that? It's a bizarre feeling, yeah, but essentially, you're putting something you do in the hands of the community, and you're essentially out of control. You don't know. You can try and guide the ship and prompt the community to go one way with stretch goals and add-ons and stuff like that, but it's down to them, and I think I'm going to have to develop some sort of Zen state that, I will end up with the amount of pages that I end up with. Now, work-wise, I think if you're planning a Kickstarter, yeah, you should essentially plan that you have nothing to do the week after launch. You see, I thought I was being clever. I'd been in the studio, I'd hammered it in the studio, I'd filmed a load of footage, yeah, a load of tutorials and stuff that I figured what I can do, yeah, is during the Kickstarter week, I can just sit in my computer, I can do some editing and just edit all these tutorials up and get myself well ahead, well past, through Watch at March and pretty much through April, yeah, and then just be ahead. So I've got no worries. So I filmed all my stuff. I was expecting to sit down and just basically do a bit of editing. And then occasionally, as a break, pop onto Facebook or pop onto Kickstarter, answer the odd comment, and then it funded in 7 hours. And it didn't stop, and it is Yeah, it's Saturday night right now. I've lost track of the days, but it's Saturday night. I'm only just catching up on things. Yeah, and editing wise, I've only had time to just do a couple of videos, and the shortest of my videos. You know what I mean? I even did what you call it. I stuck with the Big Burma build because even though because it's vlog style, yeah, it's an easier edit than the tutorials, if you know what I mean. The tutorials are a lot of cuts, yeah. Not just that, I actually got to a stage on the Burma build where I finished the table, the train, it's all weathered, all up to my muddy standard, and then I sprayed my neoprene mat, and it looks beautiful altogether. You'll have to wait for the video for that one. That's out on Tuesday. There you go, Tuesday video for you. But yeah, I just haven't had time to do the things I'd planned. Yeah, and if I'd have known it was going to be like this, and this is with planning, yeah, to launch a Kickstarter. So if you're ever planning on launching a Kickstarter, just book yourself out of existence, yeah, as far as anyone else is concerned, for the next week, straight after launch, yeah. Because either you're going to do fantastic, yeah, or if you're not going to launch, you're going to be pushing, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now, the campaign's gone pretty good, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, and what I mean by that is with how it's run, you know, with we're always reaching stretch goals and that sort of stuff, you know, because it's new territory for me. I had one wobbler, yeah, and it's because I strayed off the path. Okay, now let me explain. Loads of people have been asking for a stretch goal or some way of an add-on, you know, where they could get signed books. Okay, so, you know, they pay a bit more and I sign their book for them. And fundamentally, you know me, that doesn't sit with me. Yeah. Also, yeah, from Dave's point of view, you know, signing individual books and getting them out to individual people, and, you know, even unless you're going to send me to the printers in Lithuania, yeah, and have me sign 1,000 books or something like that, it just wasn't doable. So Dave came up with this idea of a book plate, which is a sticker that goes in the book. Okay, that I sign all the stickers, and then, you know, you get your sticker and it's in the book, and that shows it's a backer's copy, and, you know, the person who owns this book made the book possible. And what do you call it? And so, in my sort of knackered state, yeah, because I have been knackered, I've been all over the place, I sort of like, right, we'll do it, but let's do it as a quick, just at cost, sort of what you call it, stretch goal. So let's just make it happen, you know, and then we'll get back onto it, yeah. And then, you know, we all agreed it, well, that's fine, did it, right, we'll schedule it in, we'll do it here, yeah. And then he actually, we hit the we hit a goal, I think, yeah, and he put it up, or we were getting close to the goal, and he put it up just after the goal. I think it was the hardback goal, or was it the 8 pages? It's been an interesting week. But yeah, he put it up, and then when I actually saw it, you know what I mean? Yeah, my signature as a stretch goal, it just did not. You know, just immediately in my gut, it was like, no, that's wrong. I mean, even though it was just a at-cost stretch goal, it was like, no, pages first. So there's me frantically trying to get Dave to, like, so I want it pulled, you know, and I sort of, you know, got older. The thing is, he's like in America, so he's fights. I'm awake first thing in the morning. I have to wait 5 hours pretty much for him to get up, yeah, until I can get hold of him and sort of say, look, I want to do something about this. And we sort of had a chat, and, you know, we agreed what we'd do is we'd just put it as a backer target further on, yeah. So if we just get that number of backers, it gets enabled, yeah. So it's no longer about, you know, it's no longer a stretch goal, and we just absorb the costs ourselves, yeah. So we wouldn't be asking anyone for money for my signature. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you know, it's everyone who's made this project possible deserves a signature. And the idea of charging, for my signature, I mean, if you've watched these vlogs, almost, Yeah, if you've watched these, you'll know that my intent all along is with signatures and stuff like that is, you know, logistics. If you can get around the logistics, I'll happily sign it for free. So like I say, I'm much happier that, you know, that's what you call it, that's just included in now, and it's not something that people pay for. Yeah. So yeah, I'm happier about that, a lot happier. But that was a bit of a wobble. And I think what that taught me, yeah, was don't stray off the path. When you run a Kickstarter, yeah, your backers, and you are beautiful people, beautiful, wonderful people, yeah, but they'll try and pull you in different directions, and they're not doing this in a bad way. They just want to make it better, yeah. But when you've got a lot of them, if you get enough of them, yeah, saying the same thing, you get pulled in that direction, and if it is pulling you off the path. So I had a word with Dave, and what we said was, right, you know, we'll start talking over add-ons and stuff like that, because loads of people have made loads of good suggestions, and loads of people want to support me more, yeah. I've sort of said, no, let's push that to nearer the end of the campaign, you know what I mean, because you don't put the garnish on the meal and when you're halfway through cooking the chicken. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And also, I don't want us to divert energy too much. Yeah. Now there are some good add-ons that Dave's come up with. Yeah, because I'm very. You know, we approach this as no, we want to do a book, but Dave actually, listening to what the things I've been saying and that sort of stuff, he's actually come up with a couple of really good add-ons that actually make real good sense. Now I'm not going to steal his thunder. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll leave them for him to sort of like lead into, but yeah, they're the sort of add-ons I would get behind, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I think that's worth it. So look forward to those. But yeah, if you're running a Kickstarter, have your plan, yeah, and set yourself a limit with regards to what you call it. In the first week when everyone's giving you ideas, yeah, write them down. Don't research them until the second week. Okay, just so you're far enough down your campaign so you're on path. At launch, I can't say what it's like not to fund at launch because I haven't gone through it. I mean, Dave has. Dave took a while to fund. He didn't fund straight away. Yeah. But I think, what you call it, you've got too much on your mind and you've spent too much time planning the Kickstarter to start going off path that soon. Yeah, so push it back. Now it's a bit weird because obviously, you know, people are making suggestions about how to give you money. Yeah, and how to support you. Now, just stick with that because they've not gone anywhere. They're still backers. Okay. Yeah, that's my best suggestion to you, but my suggestion is just push it back. That's what I've decided to do. Yeah, focus on what I'm trying to do. Now that sort of leads me into the last sort of point, which is I wanted to clarify something actually. Yeah, a lot of people have been like, oh no, what, Chuck, can we have add-ons and can we do this and can we do that, and we just want to support Mel more. Yeah, and I just want just make you aware of something. When this book campaign is finished and all the backers have got their shiny, wonderful terrain book that they've made happen, yeah, that book is going into retail, okay, and that's going to become like a residual small income that hopefully I can rely on a bit more than the ups and downs of being on the internet, you know, and YouTube and demonetization and everything that's going on with, you know, the ad apocalypse and not getting your videos pushed and all that sort of stuff, yeah, and so having a book, yeah, in retail is a bit of stability for the family. I mean, it's not a massive amount. I don't even know how many I didn't know if I was going to fund. I don't know how many I'm going to sell in retail. But it will be an income. You know what I mean? And so the better that book is, the more chance someone looking at it on a shelf is going to pick it up and go, yeah, I like this. There's loads in this. Yeah, so just a little appeal. If you want to support me, yeah, up your pledge, encourage others to pledge, share it, endorse it, do all that sort of stuff. Because the more pages I get now, not only gives me a better book and gives you a better book, but it puts a better book on the shelf of that model shop or Waterstones, or is it Barnes & Noble in the US? I don't know. Yeah, but if we can get it into those, obviously. Yeah, but the better the book, the more chance someone will buy it, and the more of stability I'll have in the future going forward. So investing your money now actually gives me a longer stability in the future, guys. So if you really do appreciate it and you support it, you want to like looking at add-ons and how to support me, up your pledge, get me more pages, share it, that sort of stuff. Yeah. Now, so yeah, that's wanted to sort of make you aware, because a lot of people want to sort of like, I just want to throw money at Mel now, and it's like, yeah, but if you throw it in this direction, yeah, for more pages, yeah, we're all better off long term as well. Yeah. Now, talking about the long term, it is Saturday night. In pretty much 25 hours, I'll be leaving this house and flying to Chicago. I told you it's been a hell of a week. Adepticon. So, keep an eye on the social media, because we'll be posting stuff on there. The next vlog is going to be about my trip to Adepticon. It will be coming out a little bit later than this one. This one comes out on the Sunday. It's probably going to come out Wednesday night, to be truthful. Yeah, because I'm not really back till the Tuesday. Okay. But yeah, that's the next vlog. Normally I would be flapping and I would have been worried as hell, but being busy as hell has been really good, because I haven't really worried, and I just basically got all the stuff I needed for Adepticon done, ticked off, bits are in there, I've got my gimbal, we're ready to go, so I'm looking forward to it. So, you follow along me on Facebook and that sort of stuff. I'll be posting videos and pics. We'll have terrain vids from the actual show of all their big builds, the really fancy builds. I like those. Don't get that in the UK. Yeah, and a few jollies, I think. And quite a few jollies from what I'm told. Right. Actually, I could do with a few jollies, to be perfectly honest. Although I have a feeling Dave is going to be having me writing pages in the evening. But if you want to follow along, follow me on social media, links down below. If you want to help me, check out the Kickstarter. If you are helping me, thank you. If you want to help me more, share it, endorse it, get other people to pledge, but get me those pages. Yeah, let's make a hell of a book. And in the meantime, folks, linkies are on the screen somewhere. I've got to move about. And I'll see you soon. All the best, yeah? Ta-da.